Hello YouTube, it is SWGoH's #1 Advanced fan, Mr. McClunky here, and I am going to record this one rather than live stream. I'm hoping by the time we get to the next GAC, I'll be a little bit more prepared. I can kind of schedule them out and have time set aside. As for right now, I am just going to run through as much of this as I'm able to before work. So today's appointment is LtDan. Looks like he has not put his attacks in yet. I'm just going to kind of take a look here and see what we're working with. Not as familiar with the new Bad Batch counter. He does have the cron for him. Even with the support cron, I've seen Bane does still take out this team fairly easily. This is a little higher on the relics than some of the other teams I've tried with Bane. So I'll have to take a look. Looks like Ezra is not with Ray, which is good sign. Looks like we have got Gungans on defense with, I think that's Tarples. Yeah, the Tarples cron, so that is the best one. And then, let's see, down below. Okay, sweet. It looks like Ahsoka did get Ben, and Ben doesn't have any Omicrons, so that is looking like it should be a little bit easier of a clear. He does have Jabba up top here with the Mandalorian Cron, Darkside Ray, and then it looks like the old school Lord Vader team here. So I am just going to take the easy counter on this right away. And then I'll just throw one of these on here. Let's see. Pop this on. So this should be a pretty easy counter pretty early on here. Alright. Pop this on Grogu. Get some blinds going. Clear out some of these dots. Get whistling birds going. Rip Paz. Dang. Alright, well that was not as easy of a clear as I was expecting. Probably on me. Let's see, did I put, I did not. So I'm just going to use Quad May to clear Jabba, because that did work out pretty well for me last time. Do the support cron on there. then this should just be a nuke. Alright, well that was at least a nice clear. And let's see, so he did end up doing the Barris sort of run with that. I think, unfortunately, I do have Starkiller on defense, because that's actually a comp that I think probably could have been cleared there with that. So let's get this counter out of the way here. And little Ahsoka, use the Datacron. Just gonna keep chipping away until she loses the untargetable, and I have ult to bypass the taunt and try to get the instant kill off on her. Alright, he's got ult. Let's see where we're at here. Ult, high ground. Oh, she went into stealth. Okay, out of stealth. Cat is looking low. Let's see. Alright, we're out of stealth. Targetable. Let's nuke her out. Let's get rid of the rest of these. Pop a heal. Get as much damage on this guy as we can before he tries to ult again. Get the high ground. Just gonna throw this on auto. They should be able to just knock this out. Keeping an eye on the timer. Want to make sure I get as many hits in as possible here. Alright. Hey, I am back. Had to dip out for a few minutes there, but we should be good to go to continue to push through things here. I am going to go ahead and look up the ray counter again for Barris, just because I'm not sure exactly what the best move to go here is. So there's Fulcrum, Baby Cal, and Ben. Calcastus and Ben. Okay, so it does look like the support cron could have been used against this one. Potentially would have been a better way to go here. That's why it's important to look up the counters before doing this. I have my unaligned force users on defense. Looks like Leia should be a fairly easy counter to this too. I am going to look up GLAT counters and see what we got on that side of things. So what lineup does GLAT have? Looks like we got Hu Yang, we've got Pad Sab, we got Syndulla, and we have Ezra. So, yeah, again, Leia being the easiest counter to that lineup. Again, the support cron. Yeah, probably shouldn't have gone full on against Jabba right away, but let's see what we got. Looks like Seabane has had some success, but not too much. Let's see what Seabane looks like on Rey. Looks like people have had some success using C alongside like the armorer lineup. And I know my armorer is kind of under geared, but it's worth a shot just to have another chance at this. So armor, Wat Tambor, and then it looks like just bringing some pre-taunt tanks. So this guy, and then it looks like they were saying Shore Trooper could work as well. Let's see what crons I have here. Oh, that's going to be tough. So yeah, can't get benefits from the crons because I am bringing the armor. Wondering if it is going to be worth it to actually try and bring her, or potentially to try and bring something else, but I'm thinking the armor is probably going to be essential to that. That's a counter I might have to think on. In the meantime, I think I am going to try... which one of these would it be easier to punch through? Here, let's just go against the Gungans real quick and do Great Mothers while I'm kind of thinking of what the best case scenario is here. I think I am in a little bit of a pickle here. Let's see. Get the potency one. We'll probably start trying to get Boss Nass out of the picture. Oh man, this is not going well. Losing great mothers is not good. Let's see. I can't even get hits on the shield generator here. Alright, well at least he's dead. Probably not going to be able to get another kill. So then the question is it worth it to submit that and have them preloaded both out Boss Nass? I might go for it. Okay. So that wasn't necessarily as clean as I was hoping. So I think I am going to go down here, just reveal what he's got in the back end here. I think in terms of who to bring here, I know the AdRad typically works pretty well. Jen, throw this down here. Definitely not as clean of a fight as the first 2 rounds were here. Let's get Ezra out of here first and foremost. Down. Got him. Alright. Now we can start chipping away here at the rest of this team. Let's pop ultimate. Throw the rest of this on auto. All right. And then mopping up Lord Vader. Let's see what we got. Let's see, Lord Vader with Maul and Thrawn. A lot of the usual go-tos. I could do Fennec. Where are bounty hunters? I'll give it a shot. Well, that's 2 more chipped away. So I'm going to clear solo Lord Vader. We could throw this at it. Well, that didn't work either. I'll have to come back to that. I don't know, maybe troopers. Alright. That's something at least. Now we can take a look at the back line, see what we're dealing with. Gas, Grievous. And let's just go and do Gungans right now because this is going to be easy. see who does well against trench too. Looks like gas should be able to clear trench pretty easily. Throw that over there right now. Let's see. What cron do I want to use here? Play this one. Alright, I won't have to deal with that taunt anymore. Alright, gas is sitting down. Alright, 5 sacrificed. We lost, I think, Echo. Alright, let's stand back up and go from here. I'm just gonna auto against Django. Alright, not the prettiest clear, but not too bad. And then, let's see. How do we want to counter his gas here? See if there's any cheap counters that look good here. Not seeing anything jump out immediately. Looks like CLS can do a pretty decent job against it, because he does have Captain Rex, so I should factor that in here right now too. Okay, so CLS with Captain Rex. Let's see, or gas with Captain Rex. Let's see how this changes the counters here. It looks like CLS dropped off the list. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of the teams that I've left here for it. That might be one that we come back to a little later. In the meantime, I'm gonna hop back over here. I'm gonna take the easy counters and see if I can break through and get to the ships. Oh man, damn. That's gonna be rough. Alright. I don't know. I might try a JML against Ray here. This is definitely a lot sloppier of a GAC. What do we have? Light side tank might be nice. Health and protection. I'm gonna do the health and protection one. have the instant kill ready. Dang it. Weren't able to get Fulcrum out. Got my ult. We lost Revan. Come on, let's just get rid of Fulcrum. Immunity triggered. Let's trigger damage immunity. Get Foresight up. I'm gonna just throw this on auto due to time constraints. This is probably not gonna be a nice and easy clear. Should see if I'm able to at least clear her. That way, next battle it's just Ben and Ray. I'm gonna go back to gas and see what I've got in terms of Sith units left. Don't necessarily think it's a good idea to throw Malgus at this. I'm pretty sure that's a counter. Yeah. I don't have Treya. She's on defense right now. Already used Great Mothers. This is a tricky one. I could use C. Because, I mean, who else would I use C against? Probably against one of these teams. But I'm feeling less and less confident that I'm going to be able to break through this whole wall. something it might be better to take the guaranteed hit and then just hope that he, hope that he can't quite make this back. I am going to throw Sith Empire Trooper on there just for the extra assurance. Get a tank tech on C. We'll do, let's see, where's 5s? Alright, got him linked. Yeah, we'll put the health one over on the tank. Alright, Watt's down. But he served his purpose. Just keep charging alt. It does look like when he sat down, I did lose the link, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and link 5s with Captain Rex. Pop alt. Alright, C will stand back up. I'm just going to throw this on auto. Oh, easy. Okay, so that gives me 2 sectors cleared fairly well. That was a rough counter on Vader. So he hasn't attacked yet, so I can kind of just hope and bank that he doesn't do that. Let's see. Let's see for Omega Fugitive what kind of counters I've got available left for this. Looks like some mixed success seen using the Sidious Kron. Let's see. Can the Sidious Kron do anything against the Gungans? It's looking like probably not. So I mean, I may as well throw this up there because I'm starting to run out of things to do. So I'll see if there's anything else I can do to kind of eke out a few more points here. It is a shame that I am probably not going to be able to get to those ships in the back line. Alright, well that didn't really go anywhere. So I think that's going to be it for now. I'll probably check back in a little later in the day, see how it goes. That way before I post this I can kind of include some of the final results, see if he does end up putting up much of a fight in the end here. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. I will see you shortly. Alright, I am back again, running a little bit late on getting this video finalized and edited. Still have a couple hours left here on the review. But as you can see, it was indeed a loss against LtDan here. I pulled a couple boneheaded mistakes at several points here. I just really flubbed that Lord Vader counter. That cost me a lot of banners. Ate up a lot of my teams. Back row wasn't too bad. But he had some really strong defense here. I underestimated the power of the support cron and paid the price. Um, I don't know what exactly happened. I think it was my targeting order on the Gungans was incorrect. Ended up getting taken out on that one, and then really struggled against the Barris Kron as well. So kind of all things considered, I only did one battle on each of these because I knew pretty much by the time I finished those and the previous recording that it was more or less going to be a loss. Um, so I think too he pretty handily cleared my weak side defense, and then I don't even think he bothered to touch my ships just because at that point it was already won. On the strong side defense, Lord Vader, it looks like, did trip him up a little bit, but not as much as I was hoping for. Similarly, my defense in the back did have Jabba saved as like a surprise. Seems like he cleared that out pretty easily. So unfortunate in terms of that defense, but sometimes that is how it goes. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in a couple weeks for 3v3 GAC, where hopefully I'll be able to put up a little bit more of a fight. All in all, though, I am actually pretty happy with kind of the GAC as a whole. Typically, my approach to things is like I aim for 2 out of 3 wins. If I get 2 out of 3 wins, I'm feeling pretty happy. 3 out of 3 is that kind of like cherry on top. 1 out of 3 tends to be pretty rare, but when that does happen, that feels bad. I don't think I have ever had a full shutout in GAC, at least not in a long, long time. Um, but I mean, I have been putting a lot of work in trying to get my roster kind of GAC ready. Been focused a lot on getting Conquest tunes up and running. Been focused quite a bit on getting the GAC Omicrons set up. So, like I said, see you in the next time. 3v3s feel like a lot of people aren't super stoked on 3v3, but honestly, I think sometimes I have a little bit more fun in that one. A little more experimentation, kind of some different teams. So we'll see how that ends up going. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.